All righty. Final day of the AI Skills Lab. Woohoo! All right. So there's quite a lot to get through today. I really, really hope you have taken what you've learned so far and given it a go. There's a lot to unpack, isn't there? So hopefully it makes sense to you. Of course, if you're still watching on replay, if you haven't had a chance to catch up yet, that's cool. Go at your own pace, but please do make a point of catching up because it's actually really fantastic information and it's going to make your lives a lot easier. And today's topic is making your clients' lives a lot easier, but you're kind of doing it for yourself as well. Like there's always a bit of self-interest there, isn't there? So, all right, there's no one in the Zoom room today. That's okay. Actually, I might pop the link in the comments just in case. Join me here. But I have plenty to show you and I can talk to myself with the best of them because I've been doing this a long time. So let's just get started, shall we? All right, so today I'm going to share my screen. We are looking at 3 different tools, that's the word, to make sure our customer experience is as good as it possibly can be. Because you know what? If our customers experience your business well, they're more likely to talk to other people about it. They're going to see the value that you provide, and it's going to be a much easier time keeping them as customers rather than just kind of winging it and hoping for the best. Also today, I'm going to take you guys through, and I'm glad this is being recorded, I'm going to take you through all of the improvements that are coming to the membership. Check-in 2.0 launches next year, but I wanted to give you enough time that you guys feel like you understand what's coming and that you are well equipped to make choices about that when you are ready. Okay, so let's dive in, shall we? All right, we're going to start today with Ribbo. Yeah, chatbots. Ribbo's a chatbot, right? Am I totally convinced that all chatbots are perfect? No, but when you do have, oh, here's Michelle. Hello, Michelle. When you do have information that people are asking you for over and over again, doesn't it make sense that an AI bot takes care of that for you rather than you having to respond to every single thing over and over again? So Ribbo's really great for that. Okay, so essentially what it'll do, you'll feed your information into Ribbo, whether it's your website, whether it's your social post, whether it's a Word doc that has everything on it. You feed that all in, and then when customers come to ask you questions about your business, it'll answer them for you based on all of the documentation that you've put in, which is really, really cool. Hi, Michelle. So let me show you what I mean. I'm wondering what else I can feed into it because I've been giving it so much of my information. So it's got all of my website in there, every single page of my website. So it started to learn the tone of my voice. To be fair, I started this on the 15th of October. It's now the 20th. It's still learning as we go. All right. I'll hide all of those. Then I sort of did some practice chats just to see what would happen. So the question might be, what are your prices? That's a pretty common question for a lot of us. Okay, so then based on all the information I've fed in, my prices vary depending on the specific service you're interested in, of course. For email sequences, blah, blah, blah. So here are my prices. Yeah, great. You know, also, if you prefer, you can edit that and you can make it say whatever you want. You can change the tone of voice. And as you change your tone of voice to come more into alignment with you, if you want, the more it'll learn. Okay. So again, how can I get in touch? Yeah. That's an easy one, isn't it? How can I get in touch? Easy peasy. So instead of you having to respond or reach out or lose customers because they can't find your details, you embed an AI bot into your website and it does the job for you. Pretty cool, huh? And again, I am on the free plan. Everything that I'm showing you has a free version. If you're not using it at high volume, generally speaking, every single thing that I've shown you, the free version will be more than enough. So go with that. If you're on watching on the Facebook group instead of in the Zoom, hello, good morning. Feel free to come into the Zoom room as well. I've also fed in things like my sales page for the check-in, for the membership, and I've also fed in my speakers page so people can ask questions about any of that. Here, I'll pop the chat up as well. We made it, Michelle, you did. Any questions, Michelle, about chatbots? Do you want to see a demo? Do you have any thoughts? Would you use a chatbot once you've got your website up and running? Maybe, maybe not. I wonder what else. It's really, really straightforward. I suppose as well, if you wanted to, you could feed in structured questions and answers if you could anticipate what questions your customers are going to come up with. And let's say you don't have, a web presence yet, or you haven't done the work on exactly what information you want to feed in, just start from scratch. So that's pretty cool. I'm really impressed with Ribbo. Yeah, I would probably incorporate this into my website. I don't have that many visitors and most of my stuff is fairly straightforward. So using the free version of this and embedding that into my website would probably be sufficient for me and possibly for a lot of you too. All right, that's Ribbo. Now we're getting exciting. So this is something that's actually I've incorporated into my business. I'm going to be incorporating it very much into my one-to-ones so that at the end of every meeting, we have a clear record of what was said, right? And who's going to do what and blah, blah, blah. So I'd love to show you MeetGeek, right? So MeetGeek is kind of like Otter. These AI days have had great info. Great. I'm so pleased, Michelle. There's so much you can do to stop you having to do anything, So MeetGeek is kind of like Otter, but way better. So Otter comes into your Zoom meetings or your whatever meetings. You have to invite it, obviously. And it kind of transcribes what's happened. This, again, there's a free version that I use. Oh, no. Yeah. There's a free version or there's a pro version. It used to be available on AppSumo for like $40 for life. We have missed that window, unfortunately, but that's okay. So MeetGeek will take notes. It'll give you action points. It comes into everything that you have in your schedule because it integrates with your calendar. And so you don't even need to set it up. In fact, what I would probably advise is telling it what not to come to, because it's going to come to everything. And so at the end of each meeting, it'll not only send me as the owner of the meeting a summary, but it'll also send the guests a summary of what was said and who's got to do what from here, which is very, very cool. So I'll show you a couple examples of that once it loads. Okay, so obviously MeetGeek's in with me just now. So there's a summary of what has gone on already. So 8:59 to 9:38. That must have been on the 18th. Yeah, 2 days ago. So let's have a look what it says, because it's obviously it sent this in my emails as well. Very likely. Yeah, so I don't need a recording of it because I've already had it streamed live into the group. So I already have a recording, but you could, if you liked, look at that. Let's see. Yeah, so look at this concern. Sonia's been struggling to figure out a new tool that she recently discovered. It's been causing her some frustration. Good to know, right? Participants watching in the Facebook group. Yeah, so it's kind of split it out into themes, I guess, or segments of things, of areas of attention, which is very cool. And then it's got a full transcript of the entire thing. I wonder if I can show you AI summary. Yes. So this is what got emailed. Oh, this got me emailed to everybody. Fair enough. This is what got emailed to everybody who was invited to the meeting. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I suppose I should have known that. So anybody who's catching up, you have a summary. Good to know. All right. 2.0 for the check-in will be released in February next year. We're going to get to that in a bit. Okay, so that's MeetGeek. It's absolutely fripping incredible, especially for those of us who are going to be having conversations with our clients. I think one of the bits of feedback that I get from you guys regarding the one-to-ones in particular is that it would be really great if we could have a summary or notes of what's taken place or a recording of it or whatever. Yeah, we can do that now, you know. So from here on out, I've already integrated this into my workflow, basically. So any one-to-one from now on will have notes attached, which is great. Okay, final tool. Obviously, if you want to have a little play with these tools, Michelle, I'll pop this in the chat for you here. I've gathered them all together for you. Find the tools here. So I've gathered them all in a nice little spot so you guys can look at them when you are ready. And the final tool I have for you, which is going to once again be a game changer. All of us, whether you like it or not, all of us need to develop SOPs, standard operating procedures. And that is important internally, but also externally. If we're trying to show our clients how to do something and you don't want to necessarily walk them through it, or it's something that's going to be repetitive, like, for instance, I've done an SOP or sort of like an external SOP for how to submit your work, you know, to the check-in as it stands. There's probably going to be some changes around that too. So let's not worry about that right now. But so you can do for each customer, each client, you can do a step-by-step. First we do this, then we do that, and it does a screen capture of each step. It's also, you can do that. It's an extension on your browser as well. So you can just, any page, you can start to put a procedure together, which I think is really fantastic. So let's see, create stunning how-to guides in minutes. So this one is great for customer experience for a couple of reasons. One is they have an instant reference. Maybe you make it part of your onboarding process or your onboarding paperwork, let's say, that here's how you do this, here's how you do that. If you want to book your regular time with me, whatever it is, you can make that really simple step-by-step instructions that are easy to follow and really clear. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So how to submit your check-ins was the one that I did. Okay. So we go to check-in HQ and see how it's giving you a nice little screenshot. Then next step is we go to click up forms. Okay, then we fill in the form. So we click, we fill in the form, we enter our question, making sure that this question is tell me about your business, making sure that the question is as detailed as possible. We pop our question in, then we paste the link to our Google Doc. Oh, Sonia's here, great. And then we hit submit, right? And at any point, if you realize that you haven't quite got all the steps or whatever you need to do, you can edit any of it, yeah? Let's see if I can escape from editing it though, because that's just a quick trial. Should we try, seeing as you guys are here, should we try and do another procedure just for fun? Anything you'd like to know how to do? Suggestions? What should we do? Sonia, got any how-tos you've been thinking of?
Sure. How to? Oh, I don't know.
No,
Sorry.
a good one either. Bummer. Let's do
how to get organized in the office.
So more like how to, let's do how to schedule an appointment.
Okay, an instruction.
Yeah, so this, you just came in sort of halfway through this. So this is all about, as far as building customer experience goes, you know how sometimes when you're onboarding people, there's quite a lot to explain.
Yes, understood.
And in an onboarding call in particular, there's quite a lot that gets lost because there's a lot of information. So this is a way of capturing step by step, here's how you do the things, right? So let's say here's how you find like check-in HQ or something, so I don't know, I'm trying to think what makes the most sense. So let's find. But this, you can send instructions to your customers, to your clients on absolutely anything, and it'll capture these screen grabs of step-by-step what to do. And here's where you click, and then you go there, and then you say this, and blah, blah, blah. And you can edit whichever step you need to edit. And if you forget something, you can pop that in. And then after you're done, you can export it. So you can export it by downloading it or embedding it, let's say, in your website if you wanted to, if it's something like that. Let's say you want somebody to register for your event. So let's just use as an example the Copy Confidence Skills Lab, which is, we haven't done one for a while, but let's say we wanted somebody to register. I'd have to remember what the URL was. Let's go to the website. Pages. Nearly there. All right, CCSL sign up. So we copy the link. Let's start here. So somebody will go here. So let's turn on Tango, shall we? Start capture. Yep, so we start with that. And we join the Copy Confidence Skills Lab. Yep. Click on first name. Enter first name. Enter last name. Enter email address. And then sign me up. Okay, I'm going to have to put a proper one in so that it actually remembers, it goes to the next step. But I think that's kind of it, actually. Okay, sign me up, and that's it. So then you can say, and go back to Tango, and it'll show you step by step what to do. Pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Total time saver, especially if you, as I say, Sonia, if you're finding yourself needing repeatedly to say the same thing, just turn it into one of these step-by-step workflows. Yeah. Easy peasy. So you do that, then you do that, then you do that, and then you submit, and that's it, Oh, no, so we're just going to type my email, because that's not the flipping point, is it?
And so it does the little like cloudy stuff and zooming into it as well. It did all that.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the next step of a Loom. You know how like a Loom, you can do a video and it's like first you do this, then you do that. This is more of like a documented version of that. You work through it at your own pace, I suppose you could say. Click on sign me up. Okay. We'll delete that because we've already got that. And then you just save the workflow. And then if you want to send it to somebody, as I say, you can share the link. or you can download it and, you know, put it up into, let's say for you, Sonia, you've got your Kajabi HQ, your member space,
Yeah.
or client space. Then you can download it and pop it in there. So HTML, maybe as a PDF, you know, so there's lots of different options for how you can share it. Why don't I copy the link and pop it in the chat so you can just kind of see for yourselves, experience it for yourselves. I'm kind of curious to experience it too, so let's just pop it up. It'll probably just do the same thing, won't it? Yeah, so that's what it looks like. But pretty straightforward. It shows people exactly where to click and exactly what you want them to do. So I would say that that is a massive help as far as improving the customer experience goes. Very exciting, actually. Cool. All right. So those are my 3 tools. Sonia, I think I'll paste this link to the 3 tools again. So we had a chat.
Oh yeah, thank you.
We had MeetGeek, which is essentially, is kind of like, you know, how, have you used Otter before, Sonia?
No, I haven't used anything like that, but I know you've got this MeetGeek note taker. I saw that and I'm like, oh.
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize is everybody who I invited to these 3 days has been receiving notes from meetings. Yeah, which is the point. So what it'll do, it'll integrate with your calendar and invite itself essentially to every meeting that you have. So it's more important, I think, to tell it not to come to things than to come to things.
Yeah.
Because it automatically invites itself. And then it kind of summarizes, here's what you need to know about what just happened. You know, Sonia's been struggling to figure out a new tool. I'm uncertain about my current task. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what that's about. But
that was probably when you're trying to work out a you know, a scenario to practice on.
Totally, exactly. So it's been really great for me, and that's what I've just been saying just before you arrived, was that this is something that is integrating into every single one-to-one I have across the board, and pretty much every single meeting I have, because it's really important for us all to understand what it is that we actually said, and to remember and have a record of it. But sometimes we come out of a meeting or whatever and go, oh wait, what was I gonna do? Can't remember.
Yeah.
And the best bit is this is so automated to the point that I don't even need to send you or the entire cohort. I don't need to send everybody the email. It's going to do it itself. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. So I'd highly recommend MeetGeek. Yeah, so
that's great for you and your client. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everything that I've shown you, not you, but that I've shared with everyone today, it's not just yes, 100% will improve customer experience. What else it will do? It'll lighten your workload. So like, where's the downside? For all of these ones that I've recommended over the last 2 days, there's no downside to any of them as far as making the burden less for you. There's definitely, you know, especially for the content creation stuff, I certainly still have my reservations because, you know, it's really recognizable when content has not been created by a human, and that's fine. But as I said yesterday, and as I said the day before, it's so much better to have a starting point that you can sort of manipulate when you are struggling with the blank page. So there's tools to make your productivity better. There's tools to make your customer experience better. Michelle says Tango would be good for explaining how to something with a new employee. Definitely. You're so right, Michelle. So that's where our SOPs start to be important. So let's say we're starting to scale. We need to explain to, I don't know, let's say we get a new social media manager, or we get a new, I don't know, someone to go on the assembly line to build all of your amazing planners, and you need them to go step by step. This is how you do it, right? This is how I want it done. And then you have that SOP recorded forever. This is the just for you planners way of doing this. You know, it might not be the way they've done it in other stores or in other businesses, but it's your way, and it's recorded, and it's really clear, simple, and just not confusing. So I think these are all about making your life easier, but also making your customers' lives much, much easier. So be open to all of these opportunities to make things better. Okay, now on to the most important part, I would say, of this whole thing. Now, let me just see. Yes, I do have it. Yes, okay. So I want to talk to you guys because it's time to sort of upgrade this whole experience for everybody, okay? So we have been doing this copy check-in thing for 18 months now, and it's been fabulous, right? We've had classes, we have our weekly reviews, we have one-to-ones for the VIPs, we have brand voice insights for the VIPs, there's the HQ, and there's kind of, it's been a bit loosey-goosey. We've had some amazing master classes, but it hasn't been a regular thing. So it's time now to make it better, okay? So the first version of this, 1.0 is what I'm calling this, was put together in about a week, and it's just been a matter of refining it a little by little by little as I go. And there's stuff that I love about it, and there's stuff that I really want to make better so that you guys have a much better experience, and also so you get better results, because that's really that's why we're here, right? We're not here just to be friendly. We're here for you guys to move the needle forward in your business, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't facilitate that. So here's what we're going to do. I better move the slide forward. Oh, so fancy. All right, so improvements across the board. So firstly, increased touch points for everybody, and more formalized touch points. So there'll be, you know, obviously meeting invites to every training, every event that is to do with the membership. There'll be reminder emails that go out, especially there'll be trigger points if I haven't seen work from you for a little while. Unless you tell me not to send you them. But what I really want to happen here is I don't want it to be like a set and forget gym membership that you pay for and never use, because that doesn't really help me and it doesn't help you. And then what happens is most of the time people stop coming, you know, and they stop using it and they realize that they're not getting value out of it. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for every single person to get massive value and massive momentum and build the business they want to build. So that's what this is about. Proper referral program. So as of next February, when this is all kicking off, I'm going to be making sure that anybody who brings somebody into this space as a paid member gets properly rewarded for it. So I'm going to reveal more about this as time goes on. I just want you guys to have as much information now so that you can prepare come February, when all of this is going to fall into place completely and officially launched. There's going to be lots more training resources. So at the moment, HQ is a little light on. It's just got the stuff that's been done in the moment, pretty much. But I'm going to have lots and lots and lots of training resources on, just about everything. So we're going to be looking at emails, lead magnets, you know, suggestions on what you might like to create as a lead magnet, how to create what works for your audience, how to decide what works for your audience, launch strategies, like, because everybody appeals, something different appeals to each person, so different specialties appeal to different styles of launch as well. We'll talk about landing pages, social posts, ad copy, strategic partnerships, which we do sort of touch on a little bit, but there's going to be official trainings on each of these things, all within HQ that exists currently as well. Next year, there's going to be monthly expert-led masterclasses. So people that I've hand-selected, people that I've worked with before, that I trust implicitly. We already have 4 experts confirmed for next year, which is really cool. Everything from mindset to visibility, LinkedIn strategy, productivity, like how can we make the most of our day, how can we monetize our social media, all sorts of cool stuff that is very, very, very important. How to build your own personal brand in a way that suits you, you know, because that's kind of part of the game, isn't it? For all of us, we're all the leaders of our business, and part of that is building our personal brand too. There's going to be a member directory, which is something that I've been dreaming about for actually a really long time, because there's so many amazing opportunities for you guys to work together and to bring it all together in a directory where it can be, oh, I have these skill sets, I can see the opportunity for a crossover here. That kind of stuff is really important. So everybody within the membership can leverage their interests and experience and their visibility to double it, triple it, whatever, you know. So you're using your profile plus someone else's profile to work together to get better result. Okay. There's going to be official communications channels. So we're going to phase out Messenger as the way in which we communicate. So obviously email will remain, but we're going to do like a Voxer or a similar tool. That means that work-related stuff stays within that at work-related stuff times, and then personal stuff can be back in, you know, in the chats like normal. How's your week been? Blah, blah, blah. Because I think it's really difficult for everybody to keep their life and work stuff separate when it's all kind of in the one space. So I'm going to pick up the work stuff relating to this and move it away. Okay. I'm going to include a little black book of my recommended tools and suppliers. Ideally, there will be discounts in there for as many of these things as possible. It's only stuff that I will have tried and tested and can thoroughly recommend. It's going to be stuff for whatever size of budget as well. So there'll be high-end tools, much more easily accessible tools, regardless of whether you're starting out or you're, you know, a really hugely established business owner with a massive budget. So across the board, things to choose. And just a much better customer experience. I think what I have lacked by being just me is an inability to do everything well. So there's stuff that I've missed. There's stuff that I've been inconsistent with, even just acknowledging the time that we've spent together, acknowledging birthdays, even just little things like that, or keeping an eye on what everybody's doing at every single point. I'm going to get better at that, because that's what's going to make this experience just so much more enjoyable. So I really want to make that point that I'm aware of what we do well, and I'm aware of what can be better. And that's what I want, is to take you guys and make sure that you are all getting the value that you deserve and the attention that you deserve and the acknowledgement that you deserve. So that's what all of this comes down to. I've had lots of time to think about this and reflect on it. I know it's been like an amazing journey coming to here for all of you. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for trusting me with your businesses. This is just the next phase. So this is 2.0. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. So first, we're going to be scrapping. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be scrapping the current. Let me just see what I've done here. We're going to be scrapping the current important things to note. I might deal with that first. Important things to note. I'm going to move this one up. Give me a sec. All right. I'm going to talk about the important things first. All right, let's do this. So 2.0 is starting in Feb 2024. So you've got plenty of notice to understand. If this is for you, great. And if it's not, that's okay too. I only want to be working with people here who are ready, you know, and who are putting in the work. And there's so many people that are. But what I think is doing you guys a disservice is the ones that kind of fall off the radar a little bit because they don't have these one-to-ones. So the current standard membership, where it's purely submission based and you don't have time with me, that's going to be completely phased out because, and I've experienced this month in, month out, is everybody who's having one-to-one time with me is having better results. They're submitting stuff more often. They're getting the most out of their membership because they have that accountability and they have those contact points. So it's really important to me that, as I said before, this is not a gym membership where you pay for it and never use it. I'm not here for that. That doesn't give you value and it doesn't give me any satisfaction either. So the standard membership is going, because I really, really want to see you guys succeed. Okay. And so I think part of that is having these strategic meetings once a month so we can talk through your ideas and really set a framework around what it is that you're trying to achieve month in, month out. Okay. So yeah, redesigned for improved accountability, better results, and better value for money. I think that kind of sums up why the standard membership is going, because you know, I'm here for you guys. It's not just about what money I can bring in, it's what results I can bring out, and that's what's way more important to me. And I think that I wouldn't have a lot of integrity if I just said, yeah, cool, I don't need to see them ever, they can just keep paying me. That's not, like, it doesn't feel good. And I don't think it really is in alignment with the way that I do things. So that is a big change that's coming. And yes, there will probably need to be some conversations about that with some of you guys that are on the standard membership. I just want to make sure that everybody's getting the best. Okay. There'll be a bigger emphasis on strategy. Like, I know it's called the copy check-in, but it's been a long, long time since we were just talking about copy, because there's no copy without strategy. None of us are just putting words out. We are putting thoughtful creations out into the world that really do have a clear defined strategy to them. So we're going to be talking more strategy as time goes on. It's going to make you better business owners. It's going to make you more successful as well, more effective salespeople, I guess, selling your wares based on strategy rather than like, well, I'm going to try this. Yeah, we're going to think it through. We're going to look at the big picture and really work on that. In fact, now I'm thinking of it, maybe all of us before the end of the year should really sit down and do like a big picture planning session before the end of the year. I think I'll do that. Separate note to this, but I think I'll make that happen too. So 2.0, we're going to make it a 12-month commitment. Of course, there will be payment plan options, but really, if we're going month by month, it gives you an out every month. You can just decide, no, I don't want to. So I really want you guys to commit to a year in your business. If after a year it's not for you, that's fine. But the results that you can get when you're committed to the big picture are just so much better. So we're going to be looking at a 12-month commitment. Obviously, that can be broken down into payments as well. Current annual members. There's plenty of you in here. We will talk individually about what you want to do. You will have options with what you want to do with your current membership, whether you want to finish it out as it is and then who knows, or whether you want to pro rata the amount that's left on your membership and put it towards the new membership of whatever level you decide. Up to you. Okay, so those are the important things to note. I know there's a lot to take in, so I'm sure we will talk about it again in due time. Okay, so let's talk about what's going to happen now. Level 1. So this is basically going to be our new standard level, and there's basically what we're doing is level 1 is all around organic strategies. So this is where a lot of you are at now, which is great. So we're talking about what can we do as far as our socials, what can we do as far as our email marketing, things that don't necessarily need paid. We're not talking about paid ads. That will be in level 2. So we'll still have the weekly specific classes. So, weekly level specific classes. So that will continue on Tuesdays as they are. Then you come and ask your questions, have your stuff reviewed, build rapport with the other members and so on. If you don't come to the classes, there's still the reviews. The one-to-ones will go up from 30 minutes to 45, but we're going to go and stick pretty strictly to times, because your time's important, my time's important. And my admin team is very, very clear about being on time for everything. So that's what's going to happen. We're just going to be a bit less loosey-goosey with time, where each and every one of you will get a 90-minute foundational messaging session. So we're going to really get into the nitty-gritty of what it is that you want to say, how you want to say it, what makes your business, and how do we want to present it in a strategic, refined, authentic way. So we're all going to do that. Check-in HQ is staying. For level 1 members, all of these paid masterclasses, which are going to be absolutely brilliant, all these masterclasses will be an add-on that you can buy into if it's something that you want to, if it interests you. So maybe you like productivity, but you don't care about systems, or maybe you want a mindset course, but you don't care about productivity, or maybe you like Canva, but you don't care about LinkedIn. So you'll have the choice to come and go as you please as a level 1 member. Okay. And then of course there'll be discounts. I'm bringing together a template shop. So things like sales pages, email templates, all these sorts of things that are going to be really helpful as kind of a slightly done for you system, obviously with strategy involved as well. Gosh. Okay. What's in level 2? Same thing. As a level 2 member, you can attend both the weekly classes if you want. There'll be a level 2 specific one, because this is all about scaling strategies. So things like Facebook paid ads, strategic partnerships that are starting to be at a higher level, things that are looking at you scaling your business. So like level 1 is more about proving the concept, and level 2 is about making it grow. Okay, so still weekly classes, but there are 2 available to you if you choose. The reviews will be as normal. One-to-ones will be 45 minutes as well. Voxer support, foundational messaging, all of the templates that I have available will be yours as part of your membership. That will be yours to keep and use at will. Okay. Same check-in HQ. All of the masterclasses will be included in your membership. And again, there'll be discounts on the shop that is coming too. That's it. It's quite a lot, right? So, there's a lot of change coming, but it's all for the better. And it's all to make sure that you guys, as I say, are getting the most out of it, and that what I am offering is in alignment with where I am now as well. So we're only taking people who are ready to put in the work. And I know that you guys are, and I know that you guys are motivated, and that you're having an amazing time building your businesses, and it's only going to get better from here, right? But I couldn't keep going with things the way it is exactly right now. I've brought in an amazing admin team to make this happen too. And I'm really excited about the changes, actually. I think they're going to really, really benefit everybody, and it's going to be more fun for me to deliver too. So that's what I have to say about that. Any questions?
Exciting times.
I think exciting. Personally, I think it's really exciting, like it's going to be different for some and not that different for other people. Like the VIPs are already getting a lot of this experience. I don't feel right about leaving anybody behind, essentially. And I feel like that's what, even you experienced that, Sonia, of like, God, it'd be really good if we could have a chat like more regularly than twice a year. Yeah, agreed. So that's kind of where I'm up to, is that I really want to do this properly, do it well, and make sure that you guys are getting exactly what you need to move your businesses forward. So yeah, I'm good with it.
It's like a win-win.
say so.
Win-win. Yeah. You've done well.
Because you got to go, oh, bloody hell, that sounds terrible. And that would probably knock the wind out of my sails a little bit. So like, let's just go with it's a win-win, because it is.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's actually, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of stuff later. And please ask questions if you have any, or if you have any later, come to me with questions. But this is just a better version of what we were doing already. It's more efficient. It's more time conscious. It's just better organized, more automated. You'll feel more attended to, which I think, like, I'll hold my hand up. I can be very patchy because up until recently, it's just been me trying to do everything. And would you believe it? I'm not that good at doing everything all at once. So this is to make it better for you. I promise it's going to be a lot of fun. That's my pitch. So
it sounds great.
Oh, I'm glad, Michelle, because it's, I've honestly put a lot of thought into it, and I really, really want this to be as good as it can be. And I've got an amazing team behind me making it all happen. So it's great. Cool. Any questions about any of the stuff that we've covered over the last 3 days? I know you've been busy with new pups and all of your life stuff, Michelle, but feel free to ask. Now's your chance, bud.
I think I'm just going to have to go back and try some of this out, really, and then I'll have some questions.
Great. And do you know what? I would love it for you as well, Sonia. I would love it if you could come back into the group once you've tried these things and let us know how you've gone. What do you like? What did you hate? You know, like, and it's okay if you don't like the same things as me. I won't be sad, but at least you've tried it and seen what's out there. Because it is a wild new world with all of these new tools at our disposal. So we might as well like dip the toe in a bit and see what works for us. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great. All right. Well, you guys are free to go. Thank you so, so much, especially to you, Sonia. You've been here every day, keeping me company, and it's been so great to see your name pop up. I'm like, I'm not just talking to myself today.
Yeah.
So it's been fabulous. And please do reach out. Any questions about the improvements that are coming, any questions about any of the tools, please share your experiences into the group. I'm so happy to hear from you guys. That's the last thing I wanted to check in with is if you have any suggestions or requests on what you would like to see in 2.0, please reach out and let me know. Okay. I want to hear your recommendations. If there's anything you feel like you've been missing out on, I want to hear about it. I won't cry into my soup, or if I do, I won't tell you about it. And I will thank you profusely for giving me the feedback. I want feedback. I want to make this as good as it can be. And the only way I can do that is with radical honesty from everybody in this space as well about what they need, what they like, what they could see, let go. And if there's anything based on what I've described is coming that you see there's something missing, please let me know. Now's the time to speak up, because this is where all of the new improvements are being implemented in the background. Okay. Right. Yeah. That's it from me. I've got 10 minutes till my next, I'm doing a live on Instagram next about my little participation in the audio summit that is all about launching your stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good, that summer.
Yeah, definitely. You guys should definitely, I think, Michelle, have you registered too, Sonia?
Not yet, actually, no.
Well, I can send you the link if you like. I'm sure you can find it.
I have got it there somewhere because I read about it and listened and all the rest of it. Yeah.
Perfect, because that's Kim who approached me to be part of it. Actually, she's an incredible launch strategist. She has the most laser focused brain for this stuff. And I love launch strategy. So me and her just for a little while. Sad but true. And so we're just going to have a little bit of banter back and forth about what to expect in the audio summit, which I think is released on Monday. So you can still register now. It's still free. I believe it will be free for the entirety. I think you have 3 months to listen to it though, and then it goes away. So come along to the live as well if you like. Although you've probably had enough of me running my mouth for one day. So I'll give you if you're not there. All right. Have an amazing Friday. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you as normal for class on Tuesday. All right.
Thanks, Lucy. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
you guys. All
See
right.
you
I'll see
later.
you soon. Bye-bye.